Alright everybody, this is what we have right here, just to kind of help you. I have two different spheres here. This is supposed to represent, the plastic is supposed to represent the sky. Okay, clearly the sky's not like that. That's what it's supposed to represent. And there's a person in there, and there's a person in there to give you perspective. So the cardboard is the horizon. What we have here, if you could see, is it has east, south, west, and north, and we call this, if it's dead north, we call it due north, or directly south is due south. And this black line from, as my finger traces it, from here across here represents the sun's path for that day. Okay, so this will be sunset. Here it sets due west. This right here, directly up from south, the highest it is for that day is solar noon. May not be that obvious here just because we had trouble drawing it, but that's solar noon, the highest it is for that day, which occurs right around noontime, maybe 1 o'clock with daylight savings time. This is a different day of the year, same basic setup, due south here, due west right there, and you see the person, and now this path is a bit different, in that the sun rises more northward, north of due east, we say, and the sun goes through the sky, and then this is solar noon for that person right there, and then the sun will start to set. Much longer path, okay, a much longer path, and therefore a longer time of daylight, summertime. Okay, you see the date on there is June 21st. So that will kind of help. What I also have here is I'll turn the lights off and show the shadow. Whoa. So now we're doing length of shadow. It's a little hard for me to manipulate this. So let's look at the shadow here. Let's use this one here. Where are we here? Okay, so let me see how well we can see this. So I'm going to put look at the length of the shadow of that guy. Okay, notice, and the sun's kind of low. It's around. I'll put it right at 9 a.m. Look at the length of that shadow, and then as the sun gets higher in the sky, look at the length of the shadow. The shadow gets shorter, if you can see that. The shadow gets shorter, and then if you look, this is solar noon. The sun is kind of due south in the sky, and notice where the shadow points. It points due north, and then as the sun starts going down from there, notice how the shadow, the length of the shadow, it kind of moves over to the east here, and it gets longer and longer as the sun goes down in the sky. It's good when you see it. Sometimes people get it backwards, thinking that high in the sky the shadow was long, and low in the sky the shadow is short. And that's not it. That's not it. It is low in the sky, you get a really long shadow. Higher in the sky, a shorter shadow. So that's an important part to this. And I think this three-dimensional model helps, and there'll be some drawings on paper as well and coloring. But that's what this represents.